Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Mercedes CLS C219 car. If you've had enough of conventional German limousines, Mercedes has something special for you. The CLS C219 of the first generation is a car dedicated to drivers who like unconventional solutions. A few years ago, it cost a fortune. Now it's much cheaper. However, a dynamic silhouette is not all it has to offer. The car also provides a sporty experience and many luxuries. Mercedes calls the CLS a four-door coupe, which suggests that the car is more sporty than the E-Class or S-Class. The Germans have chosen engines in such a way that each version guarantees excellent performance. Even the weakest version, the 283 hundredths, accelerates to the first 100 in 7.7 seconds. The most powerful do it in about 4 seconds. Do you feel like racing with a Porsche? No problem, just press the gas pedal to the floor and go. Since few people care about fuel consumption when buying such a car, we will skip this topic. However, if you are not one of these types of customers, simply choose diesel. But remember that diesel engines also have their drawbacks. Before buying, be sure to check the condition of the injection system and whether the particulate filter will not require replacement soon. The turbocharger can also be unreliable, but in this case a lot depends on how the car was used by the previous owner. Those who fear failure of equipment in diesels will choose the petrol version, but even here problems may arise. In the pre-modernization variants, there was a problem with the timing chain and the gears on the balance shafts. Used Mercedes CLS C219 technical data. If you are looking for a fast car with a 4x4 system, you should choose the Mercedes E-Class or S-Class, but here you have nothing to look for. As befits a sporty limousine, the drive and all engine versions is transferred to the rear wheels. There are two automatic gearboxes on offer, 5 and 7 speed. Both the front and the rear of the CLS are equipped with multi-link suspension systems, while the richer versions are equipped with air springs. This is exactly how it should be in this class. The car did not take part in Euro NCAP crash tests, but as it is based on the E-Class W211, which was rated 5 stars, there is nothing to worry about. In addition, there is no shortage of electronic aids that additionally improve the level of safety. Used Mercedes CLS C219 typical faults. The most serious problem that can happen in the Mercedes CLS is problems with the 7-speed automatic transmission. What can break down in it? First of all, the hydrokinetic torque converter, mechatronics, and sometimes the selector. Be sure to check how it works during a test drive, because repair costs can be really high. Before you decide on a specific model, be sure to check the condition of the car's suspension, especially if you are dealing with a pneumatic system. Although it significantly improves driving comfort, it can have problems with the bellows, valves, and compressor. The costs of repair are high, so it is better to have a reliable service inspect it. In some models, the electronics go haywire. Parking sensors that activate spontaneously while driving, faulty buttons on the steering wheel, or unfounded messages from sensors measuring tire pressure are the most common problems with this model. Fortunately, such minor problems are rather rare, although you never know. Among the less serious faults, it is worth mentioning the failure of the automatic boot opening system. The key software also causes problems, which makes it impossible to get into the car. Mercedes CLS users complain about weak xenon headlights. To restore their former glory usually helps to polish the lamps and clean them thoroughly. In case of problems with the color of the lights or their stabilization, the ballasts and bulbs will need to be replaced. There are also problems with headlight washers, which sometimes like to leak. The Mercedes CLS C219 is still a relatively new design, so at least in theory it shouldn't cause any serious problems. However, new premium cars are bought for years and sold when they really need serious investment. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, but the vast majority of cars on the second-hand car market are not in the best condition. A thorough inspection of the car at a service center before buying is a must, otherwise you will have to arm yourself with a large supply of cash. If you do manage to buy a well-maintained car, you will certainly be satisfied. The car delights with original styling, comfortably tuned suspension, rich equipment, comfortable seats, sensational performance, and excellent driving characteristics. Ideal? Unfortunately not. All these luxuries are paid for by very high operating costs. You do not want to spend a lot on purchase, you will spend a lot on service. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know of any problems with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to write about them in the comments.